สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Good afternoon, you all. I'm not sure if this is a good time to speak about body contouring after lunch, because we might all eat everything and then we feel so guilty talking about how we can get it slimmed down. Since I'm the first speaker, I'm gonna go over with something that uh, more like a basic touch, so you all know why we are talking about the way to reduce the fat and how it's going to impact to your body. Okay, let me share my screen, so which is here. So my part is about the machine called sculpture. Is the one of the lasers that can be used for fat reduction. And this is all my disclosures. I work with a lot of company, including the body contouring machine, and do some study for them. Before going on, let me show you here. This is me 10 years ago. 6 months after having my second child.
Wow.
Yeah. And that is how, women can get really fat during the pregnancy. And I think that might be because we feel less guilty eating. And yeah, you can see that I'm gained 25 kilos after each pregnancy, from very skinny to the chubby one. So that is why I'm really focused and I'm really had passion on the body contouring machine and also non-invasive one. Um, if you want to get slim down, you can, you can go on diet. You can eat fat burning food. You can take some meds to burn your fat, or you can exercise like crazy or go for liposuction. But my strategy is I love eating, so I don't want to go on diet. I don't like getting medicine, and also I hate exercise. So that is why I'm really had passion in non-invasive body contouring. One day, I hope I can just like keep watching TV, eating Lays and soda, and still getting fat. Oh no, getting the fat off my body, not getting fat.
Thank
This
you.
is
But anyhow, hello, Dr. Ting Song Lim, you have already logging in. So I will.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this radio frequency and high fam lipolysis session. My name is Ting Song Lim. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It's lovely to be here. Thank you, CyASIA, for the invitation and here. So today we're going to talk about my so-called roadmap to a complete body solution, where we want to involve all the areas that we can treat to make a body becomes more attractive. And of course, if you have excessive body fat, it's better to do overall slimming using certain treatments. And of course, there are areas of pockets of subcutaneous fat that is resistant to diet and exercise. And I think Dr. Rangsima mentioned earlier about how we can take that away. But today I'm going to touch base on the radio frequency technology. And of course, there's another thing that became popular lately is muscle sculpting using devices to stimulate your muscles. And this is something that is very important to maintain the results because it increases the metabolic rate. And also, if you want to have a good result, the firming of the skin tightening has to be there. So we know that's a lot of treatments available out there. Today, my main focus will be the radio frequency for the subcutaneous fat reduction, as well as muscle sculpting using devices such as the high intensity focused electromagnetic technology, which is the high FEM. Of course, when we talk about slimming, trying to get rid of the total body fat, diet and exercise is the key. There's nothing you can replace that. But of course, there are devices that could assist us, such as reducing. There are also gastric balloons that is placed in a non-invasive way. And of course, there are certain medications where we actually give to people who have appetite control problems. For body sculpting, where reduction, and there are three devices which is out there. But today I'm going to focus on the radio frequency or
So I would like to continue with my talks on the high food for fat reduction. So this is my Mafalong University. So as Dr. Ting Song Lin has already mentioned part of the anatomy, I would like to go on more of the tummy, the abdomen, which is the part that we mostly done for the fat reduction, no matter which system, with the heat penetrate into the fat. But for the fat of the abdomen, we have the superficial fat layer, which is the camber fascia, and we also have the deeper part of the muscle of the fat. We call the deep layer scapa fascia. We need to treat mostly for the both compartment of the fat in order to achieve the nice result. Because when I'm doing liposuction, when we want to shrink the size of the fat, we need to cover both of the superficial part and the deep part of the fat. And we take a look at the system. We need to know precisely how deep or how much penetration of that energy going into the fat. So for the fat, the longitudinal section, the thickness of the skin at the abdominal wall fat was an average of about 7 mm thick, and the thick of the layer of the superficial is about 19 mm at the mid-abdomen and the 22 mm in the lower abdomen. But for our treatment system, if we can do deeper, then we can achieve more results. So this is the study, the CT analysis of the fat distribution in the superficial and deep to the scapa fascia layer in the mid and the lower abdomen. So this is the cross-sectional of that thickness of the fat at the tummy. When we pinch the tissue up, we can feel. So normally for the superficial and the deep is about almost 10 mm, and the mean is about 3.66 millimeters. And also for the obese one, maybe much thicker. So this is Patrick.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, share with us with another modality of the fat reduction by cryolipolysis. So please, Patrick.
Okay. First of all, welcome to our webinar devoted to non-invasive fat reduction. I'm going to share the evidence and the unmet needs of cryolipolysis, and which it means that I would like to show the bright side and the dark side of the most commonly used treatment. Okay, this is me. And in this report, regarding utilization, efficacy, and safety profile of cryolipolysis among Asians, there are only 4 clinical trials conducted exclusively in an Asian population. And the conclusion of this publication is that the use of cryolipolysis among Asians provides the same efficacy and safety profile as that in Caucasians. It is based on highly selective apoptosis of adipocytes with cold exposure, leading to fat thickness reduction up to 20% in just 1 session. I think I will skip this one, but the mechanism is based on the increased vulnerability of subcutaneous fat cells to extremely cold extremely cold relative to the surrounding tissue. So that means that the fat cells can be damaged